there was a big brawl at the Jake Paul, Nate Diaz press conference. I don't know if you've seen that on your feed, but it's going viral right now. And I'm gonna play it, and then we gonna commentate, man, because I think part of me think this shit is scripted because that fight has not been getting the I guess the press that a lot of people expected. They expected this fight to be a lot bigger, and it's not really getting there. So I think this shit was planned. However, so Jake Paul responded to this shit happening. We're gonna play the response afterwards, but let's play this, and I'm gonna tell you who I think started this shit, bro. But let's go ahead and get it. You can hear it and see it.
Yeah.
So look, watch this nigga right here. This big black bald nigga. Watch. He started all this shit. And just for context, this is Jake Paul's one of his bodyguards.
Oh, okay.
Look at him. Look at him. Watch. See, look, he's shoving. Yeah. He's shoving. Look. Nate Diaz team on this side. You know, it's a little rough, but watch when he shove him, that's when this shit get real raw. Watch. Look. He's shoving. And then this nigga right here, watch him. I'm a commentate and we gonna let it play through. But this nigga right here, watch. He gonna swing, but he's swinging because this nigga's hell of aggressive. Watch.
Yeah.
Boom, swung. And that shit got real. Look, they trying to pull this nigga back. He just trying to go in. You feel me?
Yeah, no,
look at him. This nigga's fault, bro.
Ain't too much holding that big nigga back.
Yeah, that part. All right, so look, I'm gonna play it for the top band, and then we gonna let it play without me talking. But yeah, let's get it. Yeah, so part of me think that this shit was scripted, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. And the reason why I think that is because I know that this fight, like I said, is not getting the hype that it was supposed to. You feel me? So what's your thoughts on it, man? You think that shit was scripted or you think it's legit?
Since it was the security guard, I don't think it was scripted.
Okay.
I think it was.
Technically, you can tell the guard like, hey, get rowdy.
We got a little undercard fight right there. A little preview for undercard right there. But no, that was that just seemed like he just probably was getting a little overzealous. I think he was just the security was just getting a little too. He was using as you see in the video, he was using his body weight, pushing people around, and just kind of like muscling his way through there. So. You pointed out the other guy ended up swinging on him or whatever because of how that one guy was acting. So it just kind of I think that was just a snowball effect of him just amping up the scene, amping up the situation. So
agreed.
It gets like that sometimes especially with these these weigh-ins and things like that. It definitely gets heated. So we've seen, fighters take off on each other. So it's not too far-fetched to see one of the, some of these security guards that, for these MMA and professionals and these boxers and stuff, like they actually train themselves as well. So it's like, so they have that fighting spirit, a lot of them. So I'm not surprised.
All right, let's play Jake Paul's response to this. He's blaming the Nate Diaz team, of course.
Well, wait, before you play it, that's you said the security guard, the one that started the situation, that was Jake Paul's security.
Yeah, that's Jake Paul. Okay. That's Jake Paul's team. So, but Jake Paul responded, and he's blaming Nate Diaz's team. But from that video, Nate Diaz, the dude on Nate Diaz squad, he did throw a punch, but he threw a punch as a result of that nigga pushing and doing extras. You know what I mean? But let's play this shit right here. This is his response.
You guys are not going to believe this. I swear on everything. Nate's team, the guy who swung first, who got pieced up after he swung first, is now getting lawyers involved, emailing my team to claim assault. The big bad Stockton gangsters who swung first are trying to get lawyers involved to claim assault. He apparently has to get stitches and go to the hospital. Boo-hoo, you fucking bitch. You swung first. This is embarrassing. You guys are
shit kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
I said, man,
I don't know if the guy didn't swing, even though he was pushing, it seemed like everybody was pushing in that situation. So I guess if he didn't swing, it wasn't really any room or wasn't any need for it. Because once you take it to that step, now I can see if as opposed to that guy just pushing everybody around, he actually swung on somebody. But since the security on Nate Diaz's team ended up throwing the first punch, I can see how that can be a problem, because like I said, that takes it to another level. The pushing and all that stuff, like I said, like at weigh-ins, you get that. People, I think that would be a part of the, and maybe up until that point it was scripted. Maybe that's what they were planning on doing. Like, we're gonna push and shove and get the fight all amped up.
Right.
But once the old boy swung, it just it took it to another level. So I think he might have probably lost his cool now that I really think on it.
Yeah, but pushing is a sign. That's assault. I mean, you can't just push somebody.
It is. It is. But
technical,
I mean, that's definitely grounds. As far as to defend yourself. But I said, everybody on that stage was pushing each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that in particular guard was focused in on the guy who swung on him.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
But I just think that level of aggression.
Now, if let's say the first person that was right, the immediate person right in front of him, if he had him hemmed up and he was pushing him and that guy swung on him, but for the guy behind you to swing, you know what I mean? It's like, because I mean, yeah, it's assault, but then you can look at it also like anybody.
He can claim self-defense, honestly.
I mean, he can claim self-defense, but if looking at that footage, me looking at it, I would think that authorities would look at that and say, you could have easily stepped out of the way and removed yourself from that situation, because he wasn't the immediate. The person who started the assault wasn't the immediate person in danger. The only people who were really in danger were the people who were right there in front of that dude. That he was actually putting hands on, pushing and stuff like that, and they didn't swing. They were just pushing back. So like I said, I think that was up until that point, it was scripted. But once he started swinging, now it's like, oh, okay, now it's a real fight now.
Yeah.
So
all I can say is they needed this. They needed this press, man, because like I said, the hype for this fight was dying, and I'm definitely I'm a fan. I'm gonna watch this shit, bro. But I to be honest, I haven't been hearing no major media outlets, especially the fight coming up in 3 days or 2 days, and you don't even hear no talks about it. Now you do, which I think this was genius. You know what I'm saying? If assuming it was orchestrated, you know what I mean? I think this was exactly what they needed to bring the hype back for this fight. But it's funny though. I feel like everywhere Jake Paul go, especially when it comes to these press conferences, there's always drama and always some extra shit going on. But yeah, man, we don't got to